Hey guys, it's Wasik from TGN, and today I'll be doing another speaking video. আজকের ভিডিওটা হবে Cambridge 16 Speaking Part 1. In this video, I'm going to describe how to answer questions in Speaking Part 1, কোন ফরম্যাটে আমাদের অ্যানসারটা দেওয়া দরকার এবং কতটুক অ্যানসার বা the length of the answer is one of the things I'm going to cover. So understand guys, in Speaking Part 1, all you need, and my pro format, and the format I teach all of my students, which is simply answer plus extension or elaboration. Okay. Now, what does that mean? You have to answer the question and also give a logical extension or elaboration. And এখানে অনেক সময় স্টুডেন্টদেরকে দেখি অনেক লম্বা লম্বা অ্যান্সার দেয়, অনেক চিন্তা ভাবনা করে, অনেক deep answers. But in speaking part 1, this is just the basic introductory part. You need to give a good logical answer, communicate it effectively, and then move forward. Because in speaking part 2, it's going to be a longer answer. In speaking part 3, then even longer. So in speaking part 1, আপনাদের simply একটা answer plus extension অথবা elaboration দিতে হবে, which is logical. And আমাকে অনেক স্টুডেন্টস জিজ্ঞেস করে যে ভাই আমি কতটুক অ্যান্সার দিব বা how many seconds or how long should it be? Well, I really don't like giving that answer, but for the sake of, সবার মাথা ঠান্ডা করার জন্য, I will say it's going to be about 10 to 30 seconds. But that's including the question asking time. So remember, এখানে আমাদের 8 থেকে 12টা question আসবে. So in speaking part 1, usually the examiner will ask you 8 to 12 questions. So if we do the math, there's 5 minutes to cover, let's say, 8 to 12 questions. That leaves us about 30 seconds per question, including the time it takes to ask the question. But কোনোদিনও আমি সাজেস্ট করি না যে আপনাদের মাথার মধ্যে এটা রাখবেন যে আমার একটা 30 সেকেন্ডের অ্যান্সার দিতেই হবে. That is a mistake, and if you do that, your answer will be messed up. Don't worry about the time, guys. Worry about giving a good logical answer. Remember, this is a communication test. We don't have to show that we are Einstein, right? All we have to do is be able to prove that we can communicate in English. Now let's get started with the demo. In any of the speaking exams, they will definitely ask you, what's your name? I would answer that question. My name is Wasikuzaman Bhuyan. It's quite a mouthful, but you can call me Wasik. Much easier. The second question. Do you work or do you study? Well, I'm not a student anymore, and I actually own a couple of businesses, so I really focus my energy on that. And after the introductory questions, এখন ওরা ওদের actual questions গুলো জিজ্ঞেস করবে. So this is Cambridge Speaking Test 1. The question is, who do you spend most time working with? And remember that question একটু আগে আমাকে জিজ্ঞেস করলো, do I work or do I study? আমি যদি study বলতাম, ওরা কিন্তু studying বলতো. But যেহেতু আমি work বলেছি, ওরা working বলবে. So let me ask the question one more time. Who do you spend the most time working with? Well, as I said, I own a couple of businesses, and I spend the most time working with a few of my employees at Traditions Global Network. I actually spend a lot of my time there. And my digital media team, my counselors, and my teachers are the people that I work the most with. Second question. What kinds of things do you work on with other people? Well, my business is an educational consultancy and a coaching center. So basically we devise lesson plans and make different sorts of educational seminars and things of that nature. Are there times when you work better by yourself? Absolutely. I definitely find that on certain projects, I have to work by myself because there's a certain level of expertise needed to complete the job. Last question. Is it important to like the people you work with? Definitely, you must like the people you work with, because if you don't like them, you're not going to like going to work. Now, guys, I want you to listen to these answers and try to hear the answer and then the extension. So I'm going to go on to the next one. This is Cambridge 16 Speaking Exam 2. This question set is a little weird, and Cambridge is very, very smart. They like asking things that we really don't have that much idea about. Right. So this is one of those types of topics, flowers and plants. So question 1, and again, before I start answering, remember guys, answer and extension. I want you guys, আপনারা একটু শুনবেন, answerটা কোথায় আর extensionটা কি দিচ্ছি. Okay. So question 1. Do you have a favorite flower or plant? Well, that's a very interesting question. I don't really have a specific favorite flower or plant. I like money, so you could say I like money plants. I like looking at bonsais, and maybe I guess you could say that's my favorite plant. Question 2. What kinds of flowers and plants grow near where you live? As I said, I'm not really an expert on flowers and things like that, but there are a lot of jasmine plants that I see in people's balconies. I also see chili plants that people grow. And then as far as trees, there are mango trees, jackfruit trees, as this is Bangladesh and it's a very tropical country, so a lot of different fruit trees and stuff. Question 3. Is it important to you to have flowers and plants in your home? I think it's very important to have some sort of flower or plant in your home because they give you oxygen. My mother actually takes care of this, and I really don't put too much effort into it, but she really maintains all of our house plants. She has a very big collection of plants, and she regularly waters them and takes care of them like they're her children. And I truly believe that it gives me a better quality of air to breathe when I'm in my house. Number 4. Have you ever bought flowers for someone else? Well, it's funny that you say that. I definitely have bought flowers. And you could say I've bought flowers for my parents on their anniversaries, friends for whenever they graduate. I've taken flowers to people in hospitals. And, of course, I've bought, flowers for my girlfriend. So, yeah, I definitely buy flowers and I have bought flowers. Okay, that's the end of speaking exam 2. And now let's scroll down. Let me kind of see the third one. Alrighty. Now, this is Cambridge 16 Speaking Test 3. Again, guys, remember, I want you to try to listen for the answer and then also listen for the extension or elaboration. আপনারা চেষ্টা করবেন এইভাবেই একটা answer তৈরি করতে, okay? You give the yes or the no. You either agree or disagree. And then you give a logical explanation and extension, okay? So question 1, guys. Is summer your favorite time of year? That's a tricky question. I really love the sun and I love a bright summer day, but the heat really, really bothers me. So I really couldn't agree with summer being my favorite time of year. Question 2. What do you do in the summer when the weather's very hot? Well, when it's very hot, I try to stay cool. Usually, I have an ice-cold beverage like a Coke or an iced coffee. My AC is running. And sometimes I also have the fan alongside if it's too hot. Question 3. Do you go on holiday every summer? Unfortunately, I don't. I wish I could. And I used to when I was younger, but now due to my responsibilities in my business and in my life, it's pretty hard to find some free time. But usually I try to take a 1 or 2 day vacay sometimes. Last question. Did you enjoy the summer holidays when you were at school? Absolutely. When I was in school, I grew up in the States, so we had a long 3-month summer vacation. And during those 3 months, it was pure bliss. We could do whatever we wanted, and basically we didn't have to go to school, so it was a lot of fun. I remember spending great times with my friends, going fishing, camping, playing sports, and all sorts of other fun activities. So I loved the summer holidays when I was in school. Well, that's it for today's video, guys. I want you guys to understand there is no wrong or right answer. There's no right or wrong, wrong or right, whichever way you want to say it. Kono সমস্যা নাই, okay? IELTS speaking part 1 এ আপনাদের just simply একটা answer করতে হবে, তার সাথে একটা logical extension বা elaboration দিতে হবে। খুব একটা যে বিবেচনা করে আমি অ্যানসারগুলো দিচ্ছি এটা কিন্তু না। And another thing, guys, the answers that I give, this is actually what's coming out of my mind. Like I truly feel this, and I'm saying exactly what's coming off my mind. That's why my delivery is so smooth. You can't make up answers and expect a smooth delivery. চেষ্টা করবেন যেটা সত্য ওটাই বলা। সব সময় যে এগ্রি করতে হবে এটা কিন্তু না। So remember, you don't have to force an answer, okay? যেটা naturally আসে আপনাদের থেকে ওইটাই more than enough. I want you to understand. Keep trying to use your English, enjoy your English, and be confident, okay? Stay tuned for more tips and tricks. I will definitely be posting more videos, and please hit that subscribe button and share. See you guys. Thank you so much for your time. I'm Wasik from TGN, signing out.